Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. This is MSL Season 3, Group C, the winners match. And there's spoilers everywhere, so too late. Right there. Gorush versus Light. Go see Game 1 and 2 if you haven't already seen them. Now you know the winners, though, unfortunately. I've had such a hard time avoiding spoilers. They're just all over the place these days, especially on Team Liquid. They showed the round of 16 up already. I still haven't watched Group H. Very quickly I see that they have kind of that spoiler up, and I close it. I'm like, no, I want fresh commentaries. This time hopefully I won't have any computer glitches, I won't have any preview throughs, things like that. Gorush starting in the upper right hand corner at that 2 o'clock position in white. Really good Zerg player. If you guys aren't familiar with his play, go watch that first match between him and the Mania MST. I'm not going to call it a miracle, because it wasn't a miracle win. He did everything properly to deal with that, but it was definitely an impressive victory. He just totally out-microed the Mania, and really that was totally humiliating to Mania. He had an advantageous position. He had the 2 barracks just pumping Marines into Gorush's base, and Gorush just runs up with a handful of Zerglings, kills all the Marines, takes out the barracks, and just ends up with an amazing victory. Light had kind of a more standard match versus his opponent Lucifer. I really like that matchup. Light versus Lucifer. Nah. But Lucifer basically went for the carriers, and I think that was ill-advised. He shouldn't have gone the carriers. He only had his basic secondary and unprotected secondary res on Loki 2, and went for carriers without having kind of the resources to back that up. Really bad scouting position for Gorush. He's going for the pretty standard second early hatchery. At that position on Python, what you'll generally see is that Overlord go to the 12 o'clock position, the second Overlord go to the 6 o'clock position, and then the drone come around and scout that far position last. So he's going to see the scouting last. In the meantime, looks like Light has sent a clockwise scout, so he's going to get Gorush's base pretty quickly, but he's going to go right underneath Gorush's Overlord, so he's going to know the general position of his base. Looks like he just took that drone out in the field and repositioned it to go into his base. I'm surprised there's no gas down for Light. Looks like Light is going to go for an early expand. That's what that indicates to me. Really, I would expect Light is a pretty solid player, and I don't think I've ever seen him do anything too cheesy. Usually he plays pretty heads up, even on maps that you would expect him to cheese on, maps like Blue Storm, although I haven't seen him play on Blue Storm, but maps of that kind of ilk, where you would expect cheese to be effective. Instead, he sticks pretty solidly to solid Terran play, and that's been really effective for him. He is a very solid Terran player. He has good micro, he has good macro. Really, I think his macro, and really late game, his decision making is incredible. I think that's kind of the weakness of players like Quanro, where it comes to later games, if he runs into late game macro, I think he ends up losing. If Quanro does end up facing Light in the long run, that's going to be a very difficult match for him. I would consider Light to be one of his worst players to face. Maybe I Love UV would probably be a little bit worse, just because he is, I'd say, better micro-management and macro-management than Light. He's kind of like Light plus plus. But nerd joke in there. But anyway, continuing with this match, yeah, it looks like pretty standard setup. A couple Marines out in the field for Light, a couple Zerglings out trying to stop that harass. The gas is out for Gorush. Gorush, however, looks like he's deciding not to go that extra tech until that SCV is taken care of. He doesn't want to slide his hand. Putting up that 3rd hatchery is going to kind of give an indication to Light that basically he's going massive infantry as well, which isn't very advised against medic marine forces. Looks like he's going to go up. He's finally going to be able to take that SCV out. Barely managed. Excellent micro on Light, harassing that SCV. In the meantime, Light's going to take that opportunity to see if he can find Overlords out in the field to take down. Finally gets that SCV. I would expect that layer to go up very quickly afterwards. Yeah, here goes that layer tech now. Actually, I take that back. Looks like he had the layer tech going a few seconds before that, but he wanted to make sure that SCV wouldn't see it going. So really, he's given an indication to Light that he's kind of going more at mass infantry. Light, in the meantime, getting that Academy up. I don't think Light's going to fall for this. That's why he's getting that Academy. Well, he's getting the Academy up because he's going infantry, but he's going to get a comm set off. He's most likely going to see that Mutalisk Grass is in fact coming. So kind of second gas going down for Gorush. So Gorush is definitely going Mutalisks. So really, you can expect the standard Mutalisk attack by Gorush, and we'll see how effective that is against Light. Again, Light is very good in the longer, solid games. I think he'll be very well prepared for that Mutalisk attack. Really, you have to have superior, absolutely amazing micro to break Light's kind of Mutalisk defense. That Spire now going down for Gorush. We'll see if Light gets the engineering bay down to build turrets. Another hatchery going down for Gorush. That's interesting. So it looks like what he's going to try to do is he's going to go from Mutalisk straight into mass infantry, where he's going to try to press in with Mutalisks and Zerglings. Again, not very well advised versus Terran with that Medic Marine Force. Although it can be successful. Looks like Light in the meantime just scouting out to make sure there's no proxy hatcheries. Maybe scout out a hatchery of his own. In the meantime, oh, that's devastating. Light had, I think he did a comm set there. He has a couple fire bats out. These Zerglings will absolutely be eaten alive by those medic Firebat forces should there be a Mutalisk Zergling press. And that's going to cost him later. In the meantime, he's taking those Zerglings out. Really, he needs to keep those Zerglings in the upper, just north or just south of his base. With those sunken colonies he has down, so he can pincer those forces of Light's in between. Light kind of, we'll see what he's doing with this attack. I'm not sure if he's going to press this in or not. That's the position he doesn't want them in. He doesn't want them facing heads up. So he's pulling them to the south. Light isn't going to press in this attack, realizing that he has. Actually, I take that back. That was very smart on Gorush's part. He's just kind of showing the fact that he has Zerglings running across the south, just to dissuade Light from pressing in an attack, so he can have free focus basically on this Mutalisk attack that looks like it's almost up. In the meantime, a couple turrets down. I thought I saw turrets there going up for Light. Light is going to be well prepared for this, though. So really, I think this is the defining moment. Those fire bats are just going to be devastating if he pushes in with any sort of Zergling force up on that ramp. They're very vulnerable, of course, to the Mutalisks. Yeah, two turrets down. In the meantime, bringing up with that Mutalisk harass, he's got a good amount of Mutalisks there. It looks about 9, which is usually more than you'll see. I think he's pretty solidly dedicating it. In the meantime, Zerglings pushed at that far north position. I'm not sure why he had there, just spotting out to make sure another command center wasn't going down, maybe. So right now, Gorush is kind of dedicated to this Mutalisk